Baloo, my boy, lie still and sleep. It grieves me sore to hear thee weep.
Hey, it's So from Social Thoughts. This is Sal from Chrome Yellow, and we went to Beyond Fest to watch A Field in England by Ben Wheatley. And I've never watched any of his films, so I'm gonna let Sal do all the talking.
Alright, so I first was introduced to Ben Wheatley a couple of years ago when I saw Kill List at AFI, and it was one of my favorite films of that year, and very, very scary. And I was just completely taken by his really unique narrative style. The way, he has a really distinct voice in terms of like editing and how he juxtaposes, sound and images and everything to just kind of like mess with your expectations and create tension, and so that's everything that's really good in the film. It's like, I feel like in his other movies he's kind of like dissecting different genres, but in this one he kind of takes his voice and creates something that's just kind of like his own thing that you've never seen.
I will have to definitely watch that soon. So, A Field in England, it's about 4 soldiers who are apparently in like the English war, and somehow they kind of drift off and desert the war, and they encounter this other soldier who they've been looking for called O'Neill, and I don't know if he pops out of another dimension, or I don't know how they encounter him, but he just appears, and so madness ensues, and it was just nothing like I've ever seen. I just can't really describe exactly why it's not reminiscent of anything else, but it was just very different.
Yeah, it's just really crazy. I mean, like, it starts out as one thing, and it just slowly, like, even everything, the characters, the tone, just slowly keep transforming and evolving the further the film goes, and by the time you get to the end, you're just like what just happened? But that's also the cool thing about his movies, is that they're kind of like not meant to be seen once, and you really have to
watch it in theaters. It's such an experience, and even though they shot it so simply in black and white, and it just has this hypnotizing effect on you, and it just really pulls you in and keeps you in this strange environment. You don't know, like, it's almost like a dream. You don't know if
it's very surreal.
Yeah, it's
even
super surreal. Yeah. Unless I don't watch too many of those, so it's really nice. And the soundtrack was just absolutely insane, which we got like a free copy or a cassette.
We got a cassette from Death Waltz Records.
Yeah, and it's probably one of the best things I've ever heard, especially with complementing the visuals.
Which get really crazy.
It's just like explosive. And it has such a presence, and it doesn't take away from the visuals at all, and it really makes the film so much better. It's insane. I definitely recommend you to find it if you can. I know it's kind of an impossible thing to do, but it's totally worth it. It is crazy amazing.
Yeah, and it comes out, I think officially it's already out in like the UK, but it comes out in Draft House like next year.
Next year, guys. So, seriously. I don't want to let go of my cassette tape, but I will give it to you guys, one of you guys, if need be, because it is so good. And so I just really enjoyed the movie for just the experience. I want to watch it again when it comes out next year.
Yeah. Oh, what were you gonna say?
No, you said it reminded you of other films.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, in a way, because there's elements of it. Like, one of my favorite parts, I think, of the story is like how it's about this man kind of trying to hold on to his beliefs and kind of his humanity, and like kind of like he has some sort of like faith, and how it is kind of like maybe it's corrupted, but it definitely just turns into something else, and he turns into a completely different person by the end of the movie. And it's like, in that respect, I mean, the way that it shows this kind of like descent into like madness, it's reminded me of like kind of like Apocalypse Now, but more it's more abstract and kind of like poetic, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was, I really like that about it.
Yeah, it's just interesting. I don't know. I was so affected by it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the other cool thing about it, I think too, is that you know, it's one of those. It's really like an experience. It's not like you usually go to watch a movie, and you know, expect to invest a couple hours into it, but then you're kind of like done with it. You know, like most of the times. But with this movie, and I think with his other movies, you just can't stop thinking about what you've seen, and he really gets you in that way. You know, like,
and there's so much room to grow. There's not like, I usually like films with a certain plot that is introduced in the first like maybe 30 minutes, but honestly it kind of keeps on rolling. You don't know really what to expect. There's a lot of room for them to kind of go crazy, and it just, and it does, and it's just like really wonky,
and you like it for that.
Yeah, I just never seen something like that, and it works, and it's not out of the ordinary, and it just has this, like, it just pulls you right in and keeps you there, and just,
even without you, it just takes you places even without you knowing.
Yeah.
And you just, all of a sudden, you're like,
whoa.
how did it get to here? But it does.
Yeah, and I don't know, I just really liked it. I love when they showcase people going mad, and the acting was really good.
The acting was amazing.
The dynamic of each character, they're all very different in their own way, and it just drived really well.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
So next year we're gonna go see it again. You guys are all invited.
Sure.
Any last thoughts?
No, I mean, it's just see it. It's awesome. And watch his other movies too.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely, maybe tonight I'll go watch Kill List and Sightseers.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Sightseers,
Okay. Oh god, so bad at pronouncing. Okay. Anyways, follow Crome Yellow no matter what. And hopefully you guys can come to Beyond Fest if this is.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of the week is a really amazing lineup.
Yeah.
So
Definitely, and we'll be there, just like chilling, and so. Alrighty, thanks for listening. Bye.
Later.